I've read in places right about this thing. I've read about this thing about how it has been scientifically proven to be some sort of psychological and what do you call it now? I don't know the terms to use, but I read an article, I think a medical article or journal of speaking extensively about this. But then we're also highly, religious society. So you cannot separate this from religiosity or people looking at it from the lens of religion in Nigeria, in Africa generally, right? And people have diverse opinion about whether being gay or not being gay. So if you ask people from different religious backgrounds, I'm sure they have different opinions about it as to whether God is involved in making a person gay or not, because that's what you're saying, that if God made people gay, why is it then a sin? I don't know if a God, would be the one to make something and then call it a sin. But like I said, can we just look at it more extensively tomorrow? Okay, you didn't put your name. It's an anonymous message, so let's just rest this matter and then tomorrow probably expand more on it. If that is the case, someone is calling. Hello.
Hello. Okay, Swat, I don't know if I'm violating the rules, but the topic got me instantly. Am I allowed to give a few seconds teaser
About what?
against tomorrow?
Okay, yeah, you
About,
can. Yes,
whether-
yes, please, chip it in.
Thank you. By the way, my name is Gerald. Yes,
All
okay.
right, okay.
So I can say authoritatively, God did not create anybody gay.
Okay.
And God does not hate gay people. God hates the sexual orientation, in quotes, of gayness. In fact, I'm using American word. God hates a situation where people follow their environment or influences and start practicing gay sex. Women sleeping with women, men sleeping with men. Right from the Bible, he created them a male and female. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. In fact, he created all creatures, male and female. There are some female species of plants, they're male. Those that reproduce, sexually. There are those that, animals, all male and female. Then the crown creation, the second God, man. He created man and woman. So my dear brother or sister who asked that question, God did not create anybody to be gay. In fact, in the Bible, there was Adam, first man, Eve, first woman. They started, procreating. Then at some point, human being formed a habit, wrong sexual orientation. And because of that, God punished them, Sodom and Gomorrah. So if you're talking God, unless you want to go with your Darwin theory of evolution, I am saying because you can't separate what you call religion from God. It is religion that tells us about God. So no, God does not hate you. God hates your practice. I end by simply saying, can you hear me?
Yes.
I end by simply saying, go and check it. No boy was ever born and automatically from the mother's womb, he started desiring to sleep with fellow boys. Go and check it in his growing up days, family influences, school influences, environmental influences, the people he mixed up with, somebody must have triggered him to begin to desire man.
All right.
Because the way God created you, if you leave a boy, he will go for a girl.
All
Leave a girl, he will never go for a fellow girl, he will go for a fellow boy.
All
America must not come to Nigeria. We must not buy them and mess up our senses.
Okay.
God bless you, Swat.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I see a lot of that sort of influence that's coming to our community and our society a lot, Once upon a time, we don't even encourage or get to entertain this sort of things, but now openly people come out, men dress like women and stuff like that. It's not a part of us. I don't know if God created, I don't think so. Like he said, I feel some things triggered That article I was reading, it was a long time ago, but there are some factors, some traumatic factors that most probably triggered that part. And then there is also a solution to it and all of that. Someone is calling me.
Good afternoon, well done.
Thank you.
My name is Jacob Abalola. His work.
Fine.
I wanted to chip in a little on the topics. You already put the line on this comfort Emerson saga, and then one of the great things that was done.
We're done. We are done with those ones. So we're on confession now.
Yes. So on the gay issue, I remember someone saying that you would never see a dog or a goat trying to have sex with a male dog trying to have sex with a male dog, or a male goat trying to have sex with a male goat. If animals won't do that, even in their own primitive senses, why should a human being get that low? So the only answer for that is just what you said. And there are psychological disorders that, if you're not careful, can be handed over to you. If you move with 5 mad people, apparently you must be the 6th one. So trying to find a way of making it look right, like God created.
Hello?
If it's a single created mad people. So if the person needs help, I think they can visit any of our psychiatrists. They do a good job. They will really help you. It's a disorder, but you can get help.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Indeed, I think there is a solution to some of these things, but it's something that people spend a lot of time arguing and going back and forth, trying to rationalize it and stuff like that. And really, I feel, you know what? If you want to sell the idea to yourself, you can accept anything. But hey, let's take this quick commercial and then we will return to. I think about 2 more messages.
It's day 6 of the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament. Only the sharpest mind will survive the round of 12. This Tuesday, 3 electrifying clashes will wit, logic, and persuasion will light up the stage. At 3 p.m., Ifeoluwa Olaya.
This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Someone just, jolted us with the question he asked. Don't worry, we'll still, really look through that tomorrow. Okay. Then this one. Interesting confession here. It says, my wife cheated on me. We have no kids with her ex-boyfriend within the first year of our arranged marriage. Within the first year of our arranged marriage, in the worst possible way I could ever imagine. She and her family lied, claiming that she was single, when in fact she had been in a relationship before our marriage. After I left for work abroad, I discovered she continued seeing him and they were intimate after we were married. This double betrayal and cheating has completely broken me, and I'm hurting like hell. Only after she got caught now, she claims to be sorry and begs me not to leave her, displaying narcissistic or borderline traits. Though I'm not a professional to diagnose her, despite her apologies, I can't trust or respect her anymore. Believing is difficult as she guilt trips me and begs me to stay. I don't know if I should even consider trying to salvage the marriage. Please, I need your suggestions. Wow. This must really be hurtful. One of the worst things you can do in the confines of marriage is cheating, adultery. It's terrible. It's terrible. So we can only imagine how you feel. And from the sound of it, you're a guy, right? And you know how men take these things. Even for a woman, but it's not right, irrespective of gender. It's not right to violate the trust of the one who you said I do to. You took a vow to be with, to live with as your husband and be with no other person, except, of course, you guys had an arrangement of some multiple partners, but I don't think that even happens in our clime, right? I've seen some very weird videos. They're trying to sell this silly idea of multiple partners. They call them brother husbands, or I don't just know where the world is really heading to with some of these very weird things. So, do you understand? You see, two people married and they said they have an open marriage and then they are open to keeping other partners outside. But it's not an African thing. It's not part of us. It's not part of our culture. There is respect for the institutions of marriages, and it's one of the sacred things that you should not violate. If you don't want to be with somebody, then maybe there are confines or there are boundaries, or there are steps that you should take in order to nullify that, and then you can move on with your life and be with any other person you want to be with. But then, according to the story, this is a case of stark betrayal that she and her family lied, claiming that she was single when this man met her. When in fact she had been in a relationship before their marriage, so if you were in a relationship, why did you lie? People always have relationships before eventually meeting the one they want to marry. So how about being honest about it? So for me, that's even the red flag. Is it that you discovered later after you got married that she lied? Or did you discover that she lied to you, that she was not in a relationship when she was actually in a relationship before you decided to marry her? And then you said something about arranged marriage. I don't understand. I think we need a bit of clarification, because is it an arrangement of your parents? Is it an arrangement between you and her? And even if it was a sort of arranged relationship, you sound like you're hurt, because you said you really are hurting. You are hurting, and you said she is guilt tripping you and begging you to stay, and you are unsure if you should even consider salvaging the relationship. Okay. Another issue we'll take up on tomorrow. But from the facts of it, little facts we have of this relationship, it's not right. There was a lie before the marriage, and there was a lie after the marriage, because once you build your foundation on lies, then it will definitely continue on lies, So you were in a relationship, you say you were not in one, you married, he goes abroad, and then you go back to your ex and get intimate as a married woman, and now you're guilt tripping him to stay. It doesn't sound right in any way. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to go too much into it because we have other messages here, so that I don't leave out the ones we have before we go. Hi Swats, I'm 35 and I have found someone after a lot of bad relationships, but I'm struggling with attraction. This man that I met is unlike my other past relationships, where I found to be very attractive right from the beginning. Then all the other qualities begin to show themselves over time. He said this one that I'm in now is a direct opposite. We haven't been intimate at the start due to a lot of stressors, and he is much less experienced than me, but everything else is there. He's not my typical physical type, and I'm struggling with this. Our communication is great, and I really want this to work long term. I am also scared to commit and feel like I'm seeking things. I'm seeking things to make it less desirable. Am I making this complicated? Of course, you know you're making it complicated. Why are you asking? Just because he doesn't have your... First of all, why do people even go into relationship with people that they feel is not their spec, you know? And then you go into relationship and you start saying, he's not my type, she's not my type, she doesn't have the body type. Go for the one that you want. But if that doesn't matter to you, then go for the one that your heart desires, because at the end of the day, when you get married, the truth is, this physical beauty, it will fade away. You'll not even see it. All you are more concerned is with this person, the character that you're living with, the personality you're living with. Over time, most of the things fade away. Because even if they don't fade away, time will happen, my brother and sister. The six packs would disappear. The standing boobs would go. The back and forth. But all you have is this person. I married my person. Or, I did not marry my person. So yes, I think when people are young, these things, it might be important, but we should know that in planning our lives, in planning for long-term life, these things, as much as they may be important, they are not the most important. So let's not make the, how do they say that thing about making the important not important or something like that? I can't remember. That thing has escaped from my head. But honestly, what is your priority? You're trying to dramatize. You are trying to find a way of ending relationship, but you have good communication, which is one of the most important things you need in a relationship. You want to sacrifice all the goodness of this person that you found, all because he's not your spec and the attraction is not there. Work on it too. I'm not saying you should marry somebody or be with someone you're not attracted, because that also counts for something. But at the end of the day, you're saying that you find some sort of comfort and solace with this person, so why not make it work? But then if you don't want, if your heart is not there, please don't keep somebody's son or daughter glued to you. And then after years, you say, no, I don't think this can happen. Please, right from the beginning, if you're not settled about this person and you are of that age, because if you're already 35, then what are you saying? Do you want to date for 20 years? No, you don't have that time. So make up your mind quickly. If the attraction and the spec is what is most important for you, then by all means, let this person go so that they'll find their own type of person, because one man's meat is another man's poison. What looks very unattractive to you could be the most attractive and desirable thing to another person. So please make up your mind, okay? Quickly. This one says, good day, Swat. Well done. You're really doing well. Another annoying thing about marriage is to claim to have a bestie after being legally married. I think one's spouse is supposed to be one's best friend. Every bestie will do the unthinkable at the slightest opportunity. Joseph Sam from Apple Road, I agree with you. Please let your spouse be your bestie. There's no need of keeping extra besties, because that is going to be a problem in itself. Concerning the man that his wife cheated on him, if you forgive your wife because she cheated on you with her ex, you will resent her consciously, unconsciously. The forgiveness is because you're finding it difficult to let go, not because you don't know the consequence of forgiving her. Even when she doesn't cheat on you, if you accept her back, your mind will be triggered and filled with suspicion. So many things will go wrong if you choose to forgive her. For sanity's sake, take care of yourself and move on. See, let me tell you something about this forgiveness. You can forgive a person and choose still not to be with the person. There is no compulsion in staying friends or being bestie. No, you can draw a boundary, especially when someone has violated the fundamentals. You can choose to forgive them and not have any bad whatever, but you can choose, despite the forgiveness, to not go back into a toxic relationship that will ruin you and your sanity. So yes, you can forgive her, but you can choose not to be in that relationship. And it is very valid, especially if you're one person who cannot rise up above that adultery and look at her the way you used to before. If you know that every time you look at her and that thing would affect the way you treat her, the way, you relate with her, it's best you just do what you need to do and walk away. Maybe sometimes some people even separate for a long time and get the needed healing and then reconciliation. But if you choose to stay because you don't want this and all of that, well, I don't know what you think you're doing to yourself. So yeah, people can forgive and still walk away or just move away from a toxic relationship, no matter the type. Okay, but it's up to you at the end of the day. What can you do? What can you, what is your capacity as a person? Hi Swat, please let the man stay away from that woman. If not, she will kill him at last. Olushola from Suleja said so. Swat, darling, the Bible recognizes divorce in an adulterous circumstance. No begging, no compromise. The marriage has ended, says Zaza. Okay, this one says, great contribution, Mr. Gerald, says Salasi. I'll answer the person on gay matter with another question, and I expect the person to answer. The fact that God created an armed robber, does he think that God hates them also? As a matter of fact, God doesn't hate gay, but it's rather the act that God hates. Elder Olatuja. No, I think God created a man. A man chooses to be an armed robber. It's not God that created that armed robbery part of him. It's his own doing. It's just the same thing with the gay thing. It's something that triggers it. It's not what was created and given to you. Yeah. This one said, God did not make any man gay. It is the man that made himself gay, or she, says Patrick. Thank you so much. Okay. If you want to be gay, it's either you avoid religious people or form your own gayish religion. Leave them alone and their God. That's their Lord. Respect it, period. Says Aka Imo. And then, this one here is from John in Kubwa. He said, all gay and lesbians who, wow. Is either they repent and follow Jesus, that they will go to hellfire. Is either they repent and follow Jesus Christ, or they will go to hell. No two ways about that. Sometimes, it's not about judging people outright. It's just praying for them and helping them in the best way you can. I don't know if we can take this. I guess we can. Let me see. Quickly. You can.
I want to be anonymous. Please, I need an advice.
I guess we can.
How to go about it.
Quickly.
There was this woman from my village, and she's living in Abuja here with her husband. I want to be anonymous. Please, I need an advice.
Yes, we can. Okay, I think we have a mix somewhere. Hold on. Let's check.
And she's living in Abuja here with her husband. Good afternoon, Barrister Swag. I want to be anonymous. Please, I need an advice. How to go about it. There was this woman from my village, and she's living in Abuja here with her husband. And her husband is down. There was a time she chatted me on Facebook that she wants me to help her, that she's not feeling fine, and she don't have anything to, that she don't have any money to buy drugs for herself. So I told her to send me her account number, transfer 5K to her. So since then, we have not been talking. Like last month now, she started chatting me up again. She messaged me. So I replied. She now said that, okay, I post something on Facebook. She viewed the status. She now messaged me that she wants us to see. I told her that I'm not available, that we cannot see, that I'm at work. She can't say okay. So I should send my address. Say anytime that I'm free, so that she can come. I know as I viewed the message and passed, she started calling me on Messenger. I didn't pick. So she can't send me another message again the following day. That is it because she asked me for help? That's why I've been ignoring her message. I've been viewing her message. I've not been replying. I didn't answer. So I have to relate it with my cousin sister. So my cousin sister will be her friend. She now advised me that I should block her on Facebook. But my problem now, if I block her on Facebook, she will say, is it because she asked me for more? Like, I don't know what she will reason. Maybe she will, I don't know what she will say. Maybe she will say, is it because that she messaged me for money? That is the reason why that I block her. So I need an advice to it, whether to block her or to be ignoring her message. Please, because the way she's going, like she's going, the way she's going now, I didn't understand her again because it's like she's crossing her boundary. It's someone that I know very well. I know her husband very well. Like no be that kind of person where we say I fit do anything with, God forbid. It was not my intention of dating married women. Talk less of the one where I know very well that this one is married with kid. So I need an advice whether to block her or not. Please help me out.
My brother, block her is just a simple thing. What are you needing advice on whether to block her or not? Is she the oxygen you breathe? Right? Why is she coming on you with all those? She wants to come, this one, that one. Why did you even respond to her in the first place when she asked for money? You know, sometimes when you communicate this substance, it just gives someone the level, especially women. You know, there's this thing about us when a man begins to gift you some stuff, there's something it does. And I tell some men, be careful, be very careful. Unless, of course, you know, you're in a relationship with this woman and stuff. And there's a room for helping. Oh, there's a way you go about it. But then, you know, in some certain situation, a woman is reaching out and you're helping. And then it now becomes like, hey, it's because he likes me. Don't risk all those stuff, you know. So for you, I think, please, go ahead. Do the blocking and, you know, keep your sanity. She's a married woman. There are boundaries, and you should create that boundaries if she doesn't know how to create a boundary. I think it's just as simple as that. But hey, thank you for reaching out. Let me quickly read this before we take our guest. The last confession is clear indication that most ladies don't like the good guy. They are mostly attracted to the ones with bad character and vibes. They will stick to him, hoping to make him better, and thus continue to be in an abusive relationship. And when they eventually see a guy that treats them well, they begin to look for excuses not to be with him. They miss the toxicity of their past relationship. She should work on herself before she ends up in an abusive marriage. Okay, thank you very much. Yep, it's 2:45 and I have a guest in the building. I'll be introducing him in a bit. Stay with me.